everyone, how are you doing? My name is Tahab Debelema. Welcome to my channel. And like I told you guys, this is the first video for this channel, so I don't know how to say this, but I'm really excited. So like I told you guys with the introduction in the video, so here you are going to be getting, with me you are going to be getting everything you're going to get in every fashion school that you think you can go to, all free. I don't know about you guys, but I don't know any good fashion school that is going to charge you anything less than 150 to really teach you what I am going to be teaching you and more, because I don't know when this channel, how long this channel is going to run, but whatever the case, we are going to. So like I told you guys in the introduction, that's the previous, I told you guys that on this channel, when we'll be working with an outline, then irrespective of the outline, we are also going to be choosing some styles online to use as our projects for the day. Then we can also come up with designs of our own, but then again I'll have to be based on suggestions from you guys, from you the viewer. So first of all, like I told you, we're going to start with our basic tools. You know, there's something I always say: whenever you want to learn a skill, even if you have to go to a proper school or you have to be homeschooled, whichever way you want to do, like you're learning over YouTube right now, I always advise, based on my experience, that you don't run out and go and get every single tool you need, because the learning process is, because I did that when I was learning how to sew and when I was learning how to do makeup. I ran out and everything I had, I ran out and went to buy them, and at the end of the day I discovered that I lost, I don't even know if I should say lost, but I wasted lots of money, because I did try to get the basic things you need for a start. Then as you progress, you can be getting the other things, and there's nothing like using the right tools for the right things when you are sewing. There is nothing like that. It makes the work easier, it makes the work faster, it makes you even enjoy the work better. But the truth of the matter that we're hardcore here, and sometimes we find a way to substitute. If this thing is not there, we'll find a way to do this. Just like when you see, I would say what I'm going to show you guys is not everything, because when it comes to sewing, the equipment and the tools, they are plenty. So it's, as you progress, you'll be getting them, you understand? So what I'm going to show you, it's like it's some of the basic things, the immediate thing. Oh, I wouldn't say immediate things, let me just say I'll show you the basic things, because as we progress, you'll be getting some of them, you understand? And it's not like you just be watching me, you also go online and do your research. But like I said before, do not rush out and go get everything. Just get the ones you need immediately to start off. When you are making progress, you get the other things. Yeah, some people might say, what if you don't have money then to buy it and all the rest? But anyway, to cut the long story short, today I'm going to be showing you guys our tools, that some of the tools I work with and some of the tools you'll be needing to start off. And I would like to let you guys know that what we'll be doing mostly pattern drafting, yes. But the pattern, you know, there was a way I had to learn pattern drafting. I didn't go through, it was like a mixture of pattern drafting and freehand, though it made the work a whole lot easier and more professional. So that's the way I'm going to be sharing with you people. So I'll go ahead and show you some of the tools that I have here that you can easily lay your hands on. Okay, so like I always emphasize, you can never ever go wrong with a book. I will say this today, tomorrow, yesterday, and as long as I know I can say it, you can never go wrong with a book. For me, the whole sewing and fashion thing began with books. Now you can get anything online. This is it's a sewing technique book. I have like 2 of them. This is bigger than that one. Why I like this one is because apart from the prints being very little, the pictures and the projects the pictures are very legible. You see everything clearly, and they kind of number the steps for you. So always have your book around. Then I also have this this is a draping book. It's a draping book by Helen Joseph Armstrong. It's a lovely book. I know most of these things right now you can, there's something about soft copy and hard copy, that's just the truth. So I still work with this, and I still go online, as in I still, like I always say, you can never go wrong with hard copy books. Then I have a pattern cutting book by the same Helen Joseph Armstrong, the latest version. I downloaded it from the internet. It's on my laptop and I have it on my phone. it's a pattern cutting book. I would advise that you go and look for it. Pattern Cutting for Designers by Helen Joseph Armstrong, the latest edition. It's free to download. You will really be impressed with it. You really need to get that. So now let's start with this other tools. Number one, when you want to start, especially when you want to learn fashion drafting, the first thing you need to have is, as much as you like, is your stationaries, your pencil, your pen, your marker, your eraser, your sharpener. Those are the first things you need to get, because you are going to be drafting your patterns, you are going to be drawing. Because sometimes when you need to design something, you need to have a picture of it on your head. If you can pen down or draw whatever idea you have in your head, I'm sure you can make that. So you should have your pencil, your marker, because your pencil maybe for drawing, and sometimes you can also use it for drafting your pattern. Then your marker for drafting also. Then your pen for taking down notes. I don't know which school you go to and you don't need a pen. You need your pen to take down notes, because you need to learn first of all how to take measurements. And when you're learning how to take measurements, you are going to be writing them down. So your notebook is a must. Your stationery is your pen, your pencil, your eraser, your marker, your notebook, and a drawing pad. Like for someone like me, I had lots of A4 paper around, both the ones that were used and not used. So what I did, like I kind of have like 2 drawing books. So what I did, I just took a few of them. I had this binding film and everything. I had them around, so I just took some of the A4 papers, put them together, used my stapler, pap, I held it together. I have a drawing book. You should have a drawing book. I always advise that you should have a picture of what you want in your head. To me, it feels easier. You know what you know the main goal. You have the main goal in front of you. You're looking at it. How do you do this? Like that's the way sometimes I come up. Sometimes I come up with a design that I do not have any idea how to draw it. But taking the picture and separating different parts of the outfits in the picture, I'm able to have an idea of what it should come. So you should have your pen, pencil, notebook, drawing pad. You should have that around. Then we now move on to the other supplies. You should have, this is your pattern paper. I know, not before, I used to get this pattern paper that it used to be a very big roll, about 4 feet in height. I used to get it from Lagos, but now I don't. Most people that have tried to contact in Lagos, they said they found it very difficult to get. So what I'm doing now, there's a lady in Port Harcourt I'm trying to contact to look for it for me. But this is what you can get around now. You have this brown paper. It's not pricey. You can get it 1, 2, or 3. You stick them together and you use them to draw your pattern. You could even use newspapers if your marker is, if you use a dark colored marker, or a marker that, of course, let's say, or if you're using a newspaper, your marker should be colored, so it will contrast with the writings on the newspaper. So you should have your pattern paper. Pattern paper for drawing your pattern. There's no magic. Your pattern paper. Then also your rulers. You need your rulers. I got this, and people have been asking me where they can get this and where I got it. I got this from Lagos. I don't know if there's anywhere you can. But I think most things are available right now because of the internet. Everything now, you can get everything from Jumia. I believe. Like for example, my curve rules. If you look at this, it's not your regular pattern master. When I was learning how to sew, you couldn't easily get a pattern master. Even when you saw it, it was really pricey. So my boss had it. So what he used to do for us, then he would just give it to us, and he had this carpenter. Now we would give it to the carpenter, would trace it, and would produce this for us. And this is what I've been using. As in I see pattern master everywhere right now, and I'm like, okay, if I'm going to get pattern master, maybe it's for you guys, but this is what I use. This is what I use. Pattern master, when you see it, I think each one is about 1,500 naira thereabout. So this is what I use, but you can get a pattern master now easily. It's everywhere. You either buy it in the market, haberdashery, or over on Jumia. I buy a lot of things from Jumia, so I'm just saying it. So these are your rulers. You have your short ruler, you have your long ruler, you have your curved ruler, you have your stationaries. Then of course, sellotape or masking tape. My Yoo-Hoo gum just got finished and I didn't remember that I didn't have it. But apart from the Yoo-Hoo gum, I use Evo gum. I'm sure you people will know what Evo gum is. Evo gum is that Aboki's gum. Seriously, when I discovered that, when I started using that thing there, I discovered that when you're comparing it, because Yoo-Hoo gum now, the smallest one is about 800 naira now. Meanwhile, 50 cl of this Evo gum, you get it for like 500 naira in the market, and it is perfect when it comes, as in gums like magic. It gums everything beautifully. But it comes in this I think 3 or 4 liter cans. For like, you have the one of 3.5, you have the one of 4,000. But for if you want to use it, just get the one of 3.5, keep it around, and be turning it into little containers. I have it somewhere around. Okay, let me have that one. Okay, so this is like, I reduce it into this little container and I pierce a hole through the top of the container and I use it. Trust me, it's perfect. The only thing, so what I end up using Yoo-Hoo gum for is probably just to use on fabrics, to gum appliques to fabrics, and to, you know, when you need to stick your lace to your satin or something. But this one is for my pattern drafting. Sellotape, masking tape, and your Yoo-Hoo gum or your Evo gum works like magic. I think it's the best thing I discovered when it came to, I think I discovered this sometime last year, towards the end of last year, and I have not turned back, and I don't know what will make me turn back. This is the one I bought since then. It's been there. But Yoo-Hoo gum, you should have a piece of fabric, not much, but a plain one. It has to be a plain one because you are going to be practicing with that. I am a believer of going through the process. You are not just going, when you start sewing, you are not just going to start using a sewing machine. You would use your hand needle for a bit to master seam lines and a few other things, how to hem, how to baste and all those stuff. So you need a piece of fabric. Sometimes if somebody comes to meet me and they want to learn, I usually tell them to get like 10 yards for practicals. So you need a plain fabric. I have this black one, so that means whatever I'm going to do, I'm going to use a contrasting color of thread to use on this. So then I also have my thumb tags. My thumb tags, I use them to pin my pattern to pin my pattern down. I use my thumb tags. Then I have my pins to hold my fabric together, pieces of fabrics together. So it came in this, you know, you have that one that comes in this round thing, but mine came in this box. Then my pin cushion, I lost the pin cushion, I lost the armband one, so of course you need to learn how to substitute. So I made this one. I just made it and I just put my pin on it and everything works perfectly. Then the tracing wheel. The tracing wheel is used to transfer a design. You transfer your design. Let's say if you draw a pattern here and you want to transfer it to another paper, with your tracing paper, you use this and place on it and trace out that design, so you don't have to repeat the whole process of starting a pattern all over. So you need your tracing wheel. The seam ripper is to loosen seam lines that you have no need of again. Like I mentioned earlier, some people use razor blade. Yes, there are some places that you need to use razor blade, and there are some places that the seam ripper can be very slow, but you need to have your seam ripper around. Your needles, yes, your hand needles, you should have them around. Your machine needles, of course, machine needles are not stuff that you get immediately, but you need to know that there are machine needles. They have the one for the straight sewing machine and the one for the serger. Yes, the serger is your weaving machine. So I think the serger is DC, meanwhile the straight sewing is DB. 14, 16 and 18, those are the most popular numbers. Usually I work with just 14. I don't know why, I'm used to it. Then your measuring tape, the most important tool as far as I'm concerned, because you're working with measurements. Whatever your pattern, your drawing, you're cutting on fabric, your measuring tape, you should get it. They have tapes of, this is 60 and I have one of 120. It's really long for maybe all those people that this one might not be able to go around them, but I've never really used them before. But I have a tape of 120. So now your scissors, yes, the most interesting tools. Now, one thing about the scissors is that for me, I have scissors for paper, scissors for fabric, scissors for using on the sewing machine when I'm sewing. But interestingly, I also have this serrated blade. Now, the serrated blade is what most people will commonly call the zigzag scissors. Now, this serrated blade is used to finish the ends of your fabric. Let's say, for example, you just started sewing. You might not have the money to buy a serger, that's your weaving machine, immediately. So when you finish joining two pieces of fabric together, the edge, since you don't weave it, if you use this on the edge, the fabric does not fray. They have the smaller ones. The smaller ones are used to cut silky fabrics. Meanwhile, this one cuts thicker fabric. So that is what you would be needing. So I always advise, whenever I bought this one when I was learning. So as long as you're learning, get serrated blades, get zigzag scissors, because you are not going to be weaving immediately, and you need to learn and practice how to finish your clothes in a professional and tidy manner. So that is what you need. I told you, download Helen Joseph Armstrong online. It's free to download. Every single page is there. Like me, as I downloaded it, I have a copy on my laptop if I want a larger print. So I have a copy on my laptop, I have one on my phone. Get all these things, practice. You could get a little child around you, take the child's measurement, and then you can start working with that. So this first video, it's the first part of like a 2-part video. Please take I think it would be good if you take notes to note some of these things, you understand. So even if you're not starting with the sewing machine immediately, like I told you, your basic tools and equipments you need to learn how to start sewing. This is like here I have a domestic sewing machine. Honestly, it sews everything apart from very thick. This is a butterfly domestic sewing machine. I got it off Jumia. That will be all for this first class. Like I told you, it's just for knowing your basic things you need to get. So get them and progress that way. Try to get your serrated blades. If you can't get your serrated blades, just make sure you get your paper cutting scissors and your fabric cutting scissors. I don't advise that. Yes, you might be lucky. Like this one is a very good scissors. I used it for fabric and I use it for paper. But most of the time, if you use the same scissors for fabric and paper, the scissors will go blunt. So you should have a different scissors for fabric and another scissors for paper. So to start off your journey, your sewing or tailoring journey, go and get some of these tools. Start with the needles, your hand needles, a thread, piece of fabric, your pattern paper. These rulers might not be easy to come by, but you need to start looking for how to get them, because you need them for some of your work. So that will be all for now. So I want to say thank you for taking out the time to watch this video, and please, if you have any, please like this video. If you found any value in this video, share the video also, and please, if you're not yet a subscriber, maybe somehow somebody just came across this video, please, I'll appeal to you to please subscribe to my channel. And we have lots of valuable content coming up, because I've really prepared a beautiful outline for all of us to work with. So see how, yeah, I even show you people the ironing tools. We have some ironing tools, like this particular one. I use it as my weight to place on my pattern paper and my fabric when I'm cutting them. So, but I also use it to press seam lengths out of an outfit when I'm ironing them. We have checked, like this book. If you go through some of these books, if you open it, you see some other tools that you need to get and their uses. You understand? You need to have your books. You need to even go online, just check for sewing equipments and supplies. At least when we're working, when we're carrying out projects, you'll be seeing what those equipments are used for. But you also can read ahead to know and be able to easily identify with those things when we start working with them. So so that will be all we'll be taking for today, and I hope you enjoyed the class as much as I enjoyed sharing with you guys. So before the next class, if you're starting off this sewing tutorials with me, if you can use between now and next week to get your equipment, at least try to get your pen, your pencil, your pattern paper, your notebook, your drawing book, so that we can start off with that one. Then as we make progress, you'll be getting the other things. So thank you for watching this video. If you found any value, like I said before, if you found any value, please give it a thumbs up, and please, if you're yet to subscribe to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. And if you have any comment, leave a comment in case you have a suggestion or there's anything you want us to use as a project. Maybe there's something you see and you want us to practice with. It is very welcome. So please leave a comment in the comment section, and if you've not yet subscribed, please subscribe to my channel, and see you on the next video. Oh yeah, before I forget, remember we do DIYs that bother on beauty, health, and for total well-being on Saturday. So I'll be uploading another video on one of our DIY sessions on Saturday. So I hope to see you there also, because you need to be healthy, stay healthy, look healthy to be able to sew. So I would love to see you there also. So Until the next video, goodbye.